Thank you very much. I usually start this meeting off by asking for whom is this their first time here? Okay, you. So I usually go through a fairly standard spiel here. First off, my name is Wayne Bramlich, and I am the president of the Brew Robotics Club.
Hi, Wayne.
Yeah.
You should make that a thing.
Yeah. So, the most important thing is where are the restrooms. And the restrooms are, you sort of go over to that hallway and you'll walk down until you see the elevators, turn right, and I don't think you'll miss them, okay? Everybody's supposed to be wearing a badge. It can either be a Google badge or one of our fancy smancy Homebrew Robotics Club badges. And that's so if some guard sort of catches you on the way to the restroom, they'll know that you're official. Okay, the agenda for tonight is first we do club-related business. We do a little, any news items that come up. And then we do show and tell. Can I have a quick show of hands of who's got something to show? Camp, David, Alan, not that many. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can't. My vision's not picking out your face right now. Okay. So so we're not going to have a very long show and tell. We usually do about a 5-minute break so that people have to take their kids off because they have school tomorrow, can escape. And then we do our talk. And then after the talk, we sort of wander around and talk to one another till around 10ish, and then I kick everybody out. Okay. I'd like there's a box right by the door. That's where I'd like you to drop your badges. We're slowly losing badge holders, and it's an expense. Okay, so we're going to do club-related news tonight, stuff. And tonight is, by our bylaws, the last meeting of the calendar year is when we elect our next executive committee. So we usually start with the treasurer telling us how we're doing. So come on up, Osmond.
Award-winning Osmond.
Yeah. So my name is Osmond Arel. I'm the treasurer and secretary of the club. And it's tradition that every year we talk about briefly how the club did, how our finances are doing, so you can know a little bit more about the club and what we do with your money. So we started the year with a balance of $965 in our bank account, which was pretty good. Income this year, our main source of income is through dues. So for those of you who are, this is your first meeting, or maybe you haven't been around for a while, you might not know that we actually have dues for the club. Dues in the past have been $10 per year per family, and dues go towards the few expenses that we do have. So this year we collected $670 in dues, so that's 67 paying families were officially part of the club. And you don't have to pay dues in order to come to the meetings and participate in our Google group and that kind of thing. But we do appreciate the support. Yes, Camp.
Do make a point for the extracurricular events. You'll need to be a paid member.
Yes, that is an important point. One of the reasons why we have dues is so that we can maintain an official roster for the club. And that's very important for participating in certain events because it provides the club a certain amount of protection, liability protection. So to participate in events such as the Robo Jam that we had this year at the Alameda County Fairgrounds, you had to be a member of the club. That's one of the benefits of being a member. There are other benefits such as being unmoderated on the mailing list, perhaps participating in certain other events, or maybe drawings or prizes that the club might have. We haven't really had too much of that. But the main reason to be a member is to help support the club and the work that we do and provide money for the few expenses that we do have. So in addition to the dues income, we had 2 paid ads this year. I think that's a record. So in order to post a commercial post on our Google group, we collect a $10 fee, which covers the ad, and it has a paid ad right in the front so that you know it's an ad. And we've been trying to encourage people to follow that procedure if they want to post an ad, and we actually had 2 ads this year, so that was another source of income. Expenses this year have been very light. We have web posting fees, miscellaneous expenses like a few mailings, copies, that kind of thing. We didn't have any major capital expenses this year. So we spent about $35 for the entire year, so pretty good. So we ended the year with a balance of $620 so far. So I'd say overall the club is doing quite well. Oh, we also have almost 1,000 people now on our Google group, which I believe makes it the largest robotic mailing list in the world for the hobby group. So that's something also important to keep in mind, that when you post something to the list, if you come to the club meetings, you might think, oh, maybe another 10 or 20 people are going to see this, but no, it's actually going out to 1,000 people. So that's why we really try hard to keep the posts to the mailing list on topic. So, any questions?
Gonna get stage fright, huh?
Pardon?
Gonna get stage fright posting for those people.
Well, okay. Whatever. Okay. So now we have to go through the mechanics of voting in the new board. I asked at other meetings if anybody wants to become a member of the board, and we didn't have any takers other than the ones that are already on the board. So as usual, all the offices are being uncontested. Boo-hoo, so much. So I'm running for president. Osmond is running for secretary treasurer. James Nugent, who's way back there, is our webmaster. Alan Fetterman is our program chair. And Ryan, where's Ryan? There's Ryan. Yep. He's our, it's called Sergeant in Arms, but facilities.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Sergeant in Arms is like,
Especially when it's raining outside.
Okay. So, so the rule here is, I expected this to be kind of pro forma. Only people who are members are supposed to vote, and we'd like to get a raising of hands for all people who want to vote in the entire ballot all in one shot. Okay. And anybody opposed? I didn't think so.
No, I'm not.
Okay, cut it out of camp. Okay, thank you very much.
He's a contrarian.
I know, but, okay, so, same old crew again. We'll do it for another year. Okay.
Can I give a speech? Yeah. Oh, just thank you. It means so much to be selected. And to all the other presidents and leaders, it's just great to be part of the team. Thank you.
Okay. So, so that's more or less it for club news. So, Dale, we generally raise dues at the, starting around February of next year, February, March, and then anybody that wants to pay, we want to pay, but
It starts in January.
it starts in January, so bring money in January. Okay.
I
Yeah,
have a question.
yeah.
Could you please keep a list of who's paid this year, so when I say, have I paid this year? I don't want to...
Our secretary treasurer is supposed to do that.
Okay, great.
Okay, but we do not keep it online, okay? And that's very
Thank you.
deliberate, okay? Because some of our members are actually not 18 or greater in age. Okay. So, any other club-related things?
Robo Games is back apparently.
We'll see how much of it comes back, but He's gonna bring back the battle cage for sure, okay?
In the mailing list, he said it's the whole.
He's gonna shoot for the whole thing,
Mm.
we'll see, okay? You know, we've been supporting Robo Games for a long time. It's been sort of a synergistic thing between David Calkins and ourselves. So I'm happy to have it back. I'm not convinced he's gonna be able to bring back everything, but we'll see.
You should build a Robo Magellan robot regardless.
Yes, you should. Yes.
Rough time frame when this is gonna happen?
I actually don't know.
It's usually in April.
Historically, it's
If
been
not,
in
maybe
April.
we have Robo Jam again. The point is,
Yeah.
be building a Robo Magellan robot. That's the
Yeah, if you're interested in Robo Magellan, which is a field robotics of trying to find an orange cone, basically using GPS and vision. You want to have started about 6 months ago. Okay, because it's hard. Most of robotics is pretty hard, actually. Okay, anything else? Okay, so with that, we're going to start doing our show and tell. Who has show and tell that needs setup? None of them are setup intense? Okay, so who wants to go first? Guy in back? Ooh, I just can barely see you, so
Is that George?
I think it might be George, but.
My gosh, it is. George
It's
Taylor.
George.
Came into focus.
Watch your step, you're not there yet.
There he is.
Okay, for those of you who were last time, okay, again, where you can see the screen, it helps before it quits. Okay, so this is a Neato, for those of you who aren't familiar with them. Basically run circles around the Roomba, right? To Camp?
That's right.
That's right. In any case, Camp was good enough to help me and Mike to get this thing kind of going. And at this point, can you see the screen? Can you come in on the screen a little bit there? You can see that the LiDAR unit is actually functioning, and it's picking up objects out here. As you can see, as I walk out here, I think it'll pick me up. And so, however, I've gotten that far with it to this point, and I can also control it. I can move it around and look down the hall and that kind of thing. However, I haven't yet been able to figure out how to get the G-mapping stuff to work. And I'm afraid that my graphics may not be adequate on this PC. So I would appreciate this when we do discussion and all that. Maybe any of you that are interested in this thing could come back and take a look at it, because I probably have well over 100 or 200 hours in this thing at present. And that was using software that's supposed to be there and actually working. I haven't really programmed anything. But at this point, I feel confident enough to start investigating how this is actually done. And I've been trying to work through the ROS tutorials some. And I find that is rather intriguing. So this what used to be a Windows-based PC. It's been totally converted to Ubuntu. And I had quite a bit of background in Unix-based systems, so this is really a natural thing to do. And anyway, if you want to have some real fun, a whole new world, this thing is running with ROS right now. And I'm trying to figure out what that means. And I hope to be back with more progress next time. Thanks.
For those of you who do not know, ROS stands for Robot Operating System. Okay, who is next? Alan. Roswell.
Oh, Roswell.
So last month, Mike Ferguson showed off Maxwell, and that's the original. In my opinion, Maxwell is the best inexpensive mobile manipulator out there, and Mike has been putting together bill of materials, files for laser cutting and everything like that. It's really good stuff. So this is the progress thus far. I hope to have it actually moving in January. Still have to do the arm and some 3D stuff and the Neato Robotics, but making some nice steady progress, and thanks a lot to Mike. And I really recommend that you put together your own Maxwell, and this one's called Roswell.
What 3D, what sensor are you using at the top there?
Well, it's the equivalent of the Kinect. You can still buy them from.
Is it the Connect?
It's not the Kinect. It's an Asus. Asus.
XDN Pro.
Are those still available?
At the
On
moment, you can still get them off Newegg.
yeah,
Okay.
not too many left. I think it was 150, right? Somewhere around there.
Yes, about 189.
Can you use the Connect 2?
But this, this has got some AX12s up there, so with the Kinect, it's a lot heavier than the Asus.
No, just saying, if the Connect 2 becomes available.
There's not currently ROS drivers for it. So
Right.
if you want ROS drivers or anything that's in devs,
And you'll probably have to download things too for the.
Oh my God, download? Oh my God.
Yeah, with Windows.
So, what's the CPU? Have you got the?
Well, I'm going to be using my laptop, the same one that I use for Pure 2 Lite. So,
Okay.
And then he's got an Etherbotics board that goes over here for driving and the arm. So, but it's all available online, courtesy of Mike.
Very good. Okay. Who's next? I thought it was Cam. Cam does not need a microphone.
Thank you, Wayne.
So we can.
This is a robot that I have been reviewing for Servo Magazine. It's called the Jade Robot. It's pretty cool. You have a user interface here that you can control with these buttons, and you start off with tools. You can go in. It has Bluetooth, so that when you create programs, you can download wirelessly. Name the robot. You can control it with a DVD remote control. Audio. Now, how much would you pay? Here's like the version and calibration. You actually calibrate. It's got a full file system here, where the programs that are on the icons you can find online and modify them, and it'll actually run your last program. I put a little program in there that zigzags, and then it's not a table bot, and then takes a reading with the spectrometer and writes it on the screen. Yes, you heard that right. There is a built-in spectrometer, reflective spectrometer. Back to the main screen. The second option, and again, it comes to it's educational robot, I believe I mentioned that. Pre-assembled, so you plunk it down in front of the kid and they're instantly poking around with it and stuff. Legos, we love them. Bobots, Arduino robot, etc. is great, but after an hour of building, the kids are tired or lost interest, and this cuts to the chase right away. So they plug in and they're intrigued. So, but on the main screen, it's like you have a button for the spectrometer, and it's basically 5 LEDs. I don't want to blind anybody. Let's see if I can get. Oh, there it goes. Blue, green, yellow, red, and 2 infrared frequencies, 880 nanometers and 940. But here you could just put it down and get a little snapshot, graph, and the kids are, oh wow, okay, teaching science. Not only that, you can control it with the DVD remote control. Again, it's in schools.
Now, under these lights, you won't.
In schools, sometimes the teachers, the students don't have rights to the. Thank you. Computer can't install a driver or an application or something like that. but here I can drive this robot over this disc more or less, and not only control the robot, but I'm back to controlling the UI. So I'm on top of the disc, and you know I can get a spectrometer reading. You know, how cool is that, huh? The software is on Chrome apps, which is great. It's called Jade Support, and it's a simplified form of C. And they also use Scratch. If you're not familiar with Scratch, it's like 12 blocks. It's you have different functions, and this is obstacle avoidance. That's obstacle avoidance. Here's line following program. So the kids can program stuff, drive over stuff, get spectrometer readings, you know, analyze, you know, what it is, like just like a real lunar rover. Anyways, it's they're also adding. They got a gripper that's coming out, and a camera, a two servo gripper and a camera. What you can do is you've got the does that count as a table bot? You can see the grip, so the kids are like stacking dice remotely, you know, with the robot. So it's applications. It's pretty cool. It's $350. It's pre-assembled. This is the Jade robot, and I've written a review for it in Servo magazine. It'll be out probably in a couple of months. You can check it out. But you know, here's a preview. I'm going to hand one to the other side. I'll actually hand around the robot too. You can check it out. That's all. Thank you very much.
Okay. Do we have another show and tell, or was that the end of show and tell for tonight? Going once, going twice. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 5-minute break. Okay, so people can go to the restrooms if they have to, or have thought. And that'll give our speakers a chance to set up and give the presentation on the sample return robot challenge. Okay, so about 5 minutes.
Yeah.